This is the first of 3 methods to expand brackets. By expanding brackets, I'm referring to this sort of bracket up here where I have something times by something else. So this is the first method and it is called the grid method. So step 1 for the grid method is to actually just draw a grid. It will always be a 3 by 3 grid, which we will fill out. Step 2 says that we separate the brackets into pronumerals and the constant, and then we write it in the grid as follows. So the AX portion goes first, then the B, CX, and then D. So for our example of y equals 2x minus 3 and x plus 4, we write the 2x part to start off with, followed by the minus 3, then the x, then the plus 4. So that is written in grid method or grid format. We then have to multiply the values in the grid. So step 3 is to multiply those values that we've put into our grid. Now when you were doing this, my advice is you only ever have one grid. For the purpose of this example, I've got more than one. This grid's just like a normal multiplication grid. So growing up, you will have had a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12, and you multiply 1 times 1 to get 1 in the first box and so forth. In this particular case, we're going to multiply 2x by x to get 2x squared. And then negative 3 times x is negative 3x, positive 4 and 2x is 8x, and then negative 3 and 4 is negative 12. Please note that if you have, for instance, here a plus 4, I have written a plus 4 in this first box, or a plus in this first box, and same deal, I have a negative here, so I'm writing a negative here. This is important just because when we do our next part, which is to remove the values from the grid and actually write it out, we're going to keep those positive and negative in our equation. So we would get y equals to 2x squared minus the 3x plus the 8x and then minus 12. Your last step is to then simplify this. So we're going to have the 2x squared part won't change, but the minus 3x plus 8x is the same as 5x. So we'll have 2x squared plus 5x and then minus 12. That's the end answer. Put a box around it.